The following is the audio from the Enagic 2015 Global Convention Distributor Training Multi-Million-Dollar Panel, hosted by top Enagic distributor Daniel D. McCauley.
We want this one quiet because I want you to take notes. We want you to listen to them, okay? Can we bring the right beside? There's got to be one. Is there a seat for the translator? There isn't. Okay. If there is a translator, here's your seat, okay? I'll put it behind here because I don't know. So somebody here has to take care of that, please. These are the million-dollar, multi-million-dollar. Let me tell you what happened. I asked Mr. Higa if we can do a million-dollar panel. So they said yes. So I said, the first time we did it, it was for $1 million. If you earn them, okay. But he said, you can't do $1 million because it's too low. You'll have over 200 people up there. You can't do a question and answer for 200 people. So then I said, how about 2 million? He said, no, way too low. Can you believe that? Way too low? I remember back in 1989, I earned $40,000 in 1 month and couldn't go up on the stage because it was not enough. That's right, 89, 40,000 in 1 month, and it wasn't large enough. So you know what I did? I increased it. Instead of, no. I went up there. I made them recognize me. And that's what these people have done. JV Pacifico, Romy Verdera, Eli Dafish, Jelena Dafish, Cynthia Briganti, Robert, my sponsor Gridelli, Akio Katsuyama, Akitoshi Nakamura, and Keiko Ishii. We're going to ask them some questions. Oh, by the way, to keep the story going, I said 2.5 million? 3 million? No, more. These are people who are earning major megabucks. The only thing I can say about them, if I'm going to rob somebody in this hotel, I'd mug them first. That's the first group I would start with. We have some questions that we'd like to ask. And these questions, by the way, were taken from the field, from all the things we've heard. First of all, let's get you to tell your name, how long, that's it, your name, how long you've been with Enagic, and where is your home base. We'll start from that end over there, JV.
I'm JV Pacifico. I've been in this business for 11 years. My home base is Los Angeles, California.
Next.
Hi. Japan. Rep Japan. Ishii Keiko. 日本語でいいですか？ありがとうございます。Thank you. 今はですね、75です。で、15年このエナジックをやってます。
Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Keiko Ishii. I'm from Japan. I'm 75 years old, and I've been working with Enagic 15 years.
By the way, just so you guys know, people always ask, is JV the top? Is Romy the top? Is this the top? Bingo.
All I know is I'm going to rob her.
Everybody in Enagic is under her. She's 75 years old. What's your excuse? Unbelievable. Next, we'll go. Next, we will ask the questions.
ジャパンから来ました勝山京です。18年前に、スタートさせていただきました。ご紹介者はエナジックの CEO 大城会長でございます。住まいはジャパンの福岡に住んでおりまして、とにかく18年間、活動してまいりまして、本当に人生が変わりました。はい、6A76 です。
My name is Mr. Katsuyama. 18 years ago, I started with Enagic in Fukuoka, Japan. Enagic has really changed my life, and I'm a 6A 76.
That's -6. I don't know how much a month that is, but it's a lot. Name, base, and how long they've been. Because we got to go all the way here. That's all we need from them.
中村明俊と申します。14年間エナジックをやらせていただいております。ベースは東京を拠点に、世界中にいろいろ行かせていただいております。今日は大変なセレモニーで、これに参加させていただいて嬉しく思っております。
My name is Akio Katsuyama. Sorry, Akitoshi Nakamura. I'm based in Tokyo, Japan, and my rank 6A7-6.
Wow. That's some serious positions.
My name is Eli Daffish. My rank is 6A10-5. I live in the planet called Mother Earth. Actually, Oak Park, California. And may all your dreams come true today.
Okay. Just name how long you've been here and where you're based so we can get to the end.
Jelena Daffish, 6A10-5. 9 years here in Enagic and grateful every moment and live in beautiful Oak Park of Southern California.
Okay.
Romy Verdera, New York City, 6A8-5, 9 years in Enagic.
Cynthia Briganti, 9 years in the Enagic business, and I live in Rancho Santa Fe, the second best zip code to live in the United States.
Woo! Second best zip code, because 92660 is the best one. No, I'm just kidding.
I must live in the best one. Now, Bob Gridelli, 6A9-4, 8 incredible years in Enagic and live in Hermosa Beach, California.
Okay. Did you notice something there? What did you catch there? They've had time in the business. We have people from Malaysia earning $50,000 a month right now. We have them all over the place. We have people from all over the place earning $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 a year. But the thing that makes you go up to this table is longevity. You have to, and just so you know, anything I know, whether it's a business, whether it's a marriage, whatever I've known in my life that's been successful, there's one common denominator between all of them: longevity. Okay? Let's go ahead and ask questions. First off, how did you get started? Romy, how did you get started?
Okay, I saw the demonstration and I came back to New York, bought my machine, I bought the pH tester, I went to the grocery store, bought the Aquafina, the Dasani, Smirnoff vodka, and 7-Up, and I started doing my demo every single day for the next 90 days, and I became a 6A.
So you did demos?
Demos, daily demos.
Who did you pick? Who were you doing demos in front of?
I go to my list of names and I call whoever I can do a demo today. And
so you made a list of all the people you know, yes, acquainted, everybody?
Yes.
Okay. JV, Pacifico, how did you get started?
It was, in my case, it was a very tough start because we have a physical and financial problem. Our house was on the process of foreclosure. And when I was introduced to the technology, I can't even afford it, so I borrowed money from a sponsor. And that's how I started. And then I just go out and do a demo. And for 45 days, I didn't make any sale, but I didn't give up.
You didn't make a sale for 45 days?
Yes. 3 demos every single day. I didn't make any single sale. 46 days after, I made my first sale. And Enagic literally was having a party after my first sale.
Can you clarify this? Did your first sale cancel?
My first sale, my first sale, after a week, it was canceled. He returned the machine after a week and a half.
45 days to get his first sale, and it canceled. I know a lot of people that quit Enagic because of that.
But I never gave up.
let's go to the next one here. What was the hardest thing for you in the beginning, and how did you overcome it? Okay. Can we go, I'd like to go with Bobby on this.
I knew he was going to pick me for that one.
What was the hardest thing for you?
In the beginning, well, actually, I'm going to answer this question, and it's not going to be good in the beginning, because in the beginning, for me, there wasn't anything hard. My business took off so fast, so I wouldn't say there's anything hard in the very beginning. I'll tell you the hardest thing for me in the business probably was making so much money so fast and then not becoming complacent or jaded as to how much money was coming in and getting, I'll say, lazy. But that was the beginning, so that was the hardest thing for me. Overcoming that and keeping my action going, after the first couple of years.
Okay. You know what I'd like to do? I'm just going to go back just for any one of the three. How did they get started? These are the top in the company, and you don't even know them. How did, can we ask, Kate, how did you get started?
私はファッション関係で25年仕事してたんですね。東京青山でやってました。バブル弾けてから5年間がすっごい苦しくなりました。苦しくなると体も壊れます。
So I was working in the fashion industry for 25 years in Aoyama, which is a very famous place in Tokyo for fashion.
で、体が壊れたところにちょうど20回の電話が入りました。
Yeah, so she fell sick and had 20 calls.
それでこれを聞いたときに、なんて優しいビジネスだと思いました。
So when she heard this, she thought the person who's been calling her 20 times to see how she was, she realized what a lovely person that person was, how kind of them to worry about her.
その一つは還元ウォーターを飲んで、まず元気になったんですね。病院に私救急で運ばれてたんです。
So I'd been so sick that I'd been carried away in an ambulance, and this young lady who was calling me said, "Just try the Kangen water, and we'll get you healthy again."
2つ目の理由はですね、とってももうマネーが苦しかったですから、1週間で63万いただいたんです。
So in 1 week, so she tried the water, she felt great, and then in 1 week she made $600.
それから1 month 240万もらったんです。
And in 1 month she made 240.
エナジックは本当にお金をですね、毎日入るかなとね、夢を持たせてくれましたね。
So at this point, I obviously realized how amazing Enagic is. It gives you dreams that money is going to come in every day.
Can I ask? She made how much her first year? What was that? Her first? What was the first amount?
1 year じゃなくて2 year で多分2億以上いただいてると思います。
In 2 years, I made $2 million US. Approximately $2 million US.
So she made little in the beginning, and then it just started climbing up.
It just kept growing and growing each month. Yeah.
Right. Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
エナジック万歳。
What's the most important ingredient that moved you to the top, Jelena? What's the most important ingredient that moved you guys to the top?
Compassion.
Tell them.
Yep, compassion. Caring about someone else. Making your why, your purpose, your dream greater than you. That was our driving force in our household, number one. Believing in other people, giving them the hope. And as Indika talked about, going from below and rising, going from below and rising them up. I think that was one of our greatest achievements to put us to where we are today.
Cynthia, what's the most important ingredient that got you to where you are right now?
The sense of urgency of my life.
Tell them. A little bit louder.
Because at that time, as I said, I have...
Talk like when you're out there, not up here. Okay, loud.
Okay, can you hear me? Okay, because of my... at that time, I'm in the process of, foreclosing my house, So I decided to do this business because of, how do you call this, the love of my people from other company. I want to save them because of, business is like a leap of faith. So I have to help these people. And I love the people more than myself. So sometimes, we have to choose what we're going to do. So this is what I did. The love of my people.
Wow. Here's a good one. Romy, where do you find your prospects? How do you find your prospects?
If they are human beings and they breathe, they are my prospects.
Did you hear that? If they're a human being and they're breathing, they're my prospects. How do you find them though? Who did you sign last?
Okay, I try to circulate as much as I can. I've been in different businesses before for the past 20 years before Enagic. So I have this long list of names, business cards of people that I met. I never throw them. I've got notebooks where I list down everybody's name and phone number. I went back to all those names. And then once I reach them, I try to get the people next to them, like their friends, their relatives, and it goes on and it's endless. It's endless.
Okay. Eli, where do you find your prospects? I know you prospect everywhere. This is Mr. Prospect. So how do you can you tell these people, how do you find your prospects and where?
Well, first of all, you've got to understand that you are in the connection business. So your ability to connect with other human beings and really care about them is critical. It really is about making a difference and paying it forward. So if you really have a pure heart for people and you love on people, it's easy to meet. So when you do meet that stranger and you meet that person that you don't know, pay them a compliment. Then you can turn them into an acquaintance. From there, get to know them, find out what's important to them. You make them a friend. And then from there, they'll think about becoming your partner. So if you're 3 feet from my body or 2 feet from my body, so I guess you'd call it the 3-foot rule, I'm going to ask you, how are you? So what do you do? Fantastic. May I have your business card? By the way, still keeping your business options open. I'm going to take their name, their information. I'm going to list it just like Romy. I probably have, Jelena, maybe 5 books with 100 pages on each book and maybe 50 to 100 names on each page. So that way, I never have poverty consciousness. Lead poverty consciousness. Because I learned one time, I read an ad in a paper, spent $400 on that ad, it was 3 lines, and had 15 people call me, and nobody came to the meeting. Nobody came to what I was inviting them to. So I realized that by keeping a list of the people that I would come in contact with, how I met them, a little bit about them, anything about them, that I could always go back and call those people and say, hey, John, how you doing? By the way, John, do you remember me? Or how do you know me, John? Doesn't matter how it is. I would constantly keep track of anybody, whether I bought something from somebody, whether I was in a line at a market, and I said, wow, with a personality like yours, you'd make a ton of money doing what I do. Or anything, wow, you were so nice to me today. Thank you so much. By the way, you still keeping your business options open? And just track it, and list it out. Books and puts of people that you come in contact with. Really, it's everybody and anybody.
Okay. I'd like to ask this question of Katsuyama-san and Nakamura-san. Can you ask them? I want to know. It's not there. Do they still prospect today? Do they still recruit, or are they retired?
Yes, of course, I'm prospecting still.
You're still prospecting. Can I ask him, how does he find his prospects?
ほとんどのやり方をやってしまったので、また一からやり直しをして繰り返しやってます。
So every day is new. I do the same thing over and over again. It's a repeating process.
So he just keeps doing every day what he does.
Yep.
Wow.
He in his mind he acts like he's starting new and repeats the same thing over and over.
Okay, and does he still prospect? No, not her. Yeah. Or is he retired? I don't know.
もちろんまだ探し続けてます。
Yes, of course, I'm prospecting as well.
Wow. You can do this no matter what. And I bet you the reason you're doing this is because you're having fun.
Yes, we're having great fun.
Huh? You're having fun. Okay. Next question. Why don't we give this to Bobby? How do you invite somebody to a presentation?
Basically, well, first I want to find out a little bit about them rather than just inviting them to the presentation. But in the beginning, I remember I had just a couple things I did like Romy. I made a list of people that I knew. I got on the phone, just started calling them, and my invitation in the beginning was I discovered a technology from Japan. I just gave them a couple bullet points. They use it in different hospitals in Japan. It's manufactured as a medical device, and so I gave it some credibility. And actually, I didn't invite them to a presentation. I invited myself to their home to do the presentation. So I said, the good thing for you is you don't have to go to Japan to see this thing. It's amazing. People are getting amazing results. I'm coming over to your house Tuesday or Wednesday. What time is good for you? And I would bring a machine to their house and actually do the presentation right in their home. And when in the beginning, as you know, I didn't know how to do a presentation. So all I did was sit down with them and say, we're going to press play. And you guys are all going to sit in the living room here, watch this 45-minute presentation while I hook up the machine, because that's how long it's going to take me to figure out how to hook it up in your house. That was the beginning. I had to figure out, be a plumber. Sometimes while the DVD was playing, I had to run to like Home Depot to find some adapters and buy everything I could buy to try to make it work. And a couple occasions, I had to use a fitting that fit on the end of a garden hose, and I could just shove the white hose on it on 2 different occasions because I couldn't fit it in the sink. So that was kind of I invited myself to everyone's home, as you know.
Did you hear that? He invites himself to people's homes. And I know that's a fact because that's what he did with me. Bobby came to my house. Now, normally he'll be bringing wine, right? He brought a machine. And I didn't know what it was for. I wasn't going to buy it. Well, the rest is history, but that's how he invites people.
Actually,
okay?
And that first question you asked me, probably my biggest mistake now that I thought about it was, my biggest mistake almost was prejudging that Daniel would not get involved in this. That was almost my biggest mistake. So how I corrected that was get that out of your head and just, anyways.
Yeah, I've seen the top people getting involved in this. Don't be thinking that way. Everybody is the same because when you show them something good, they're eventually going to get it, okay? All right, here's one. What's the first things you do with a new distributor, Romy?
Okay, the most important thing is you have to empower the people that you bring in to be able to do the business. So I lead them to a lot of tools that they can use. We build the business with a system. For instance, lead them to the training calls on Saturday. Near our area in Staten Island, there's a training place, for instance, in New Jersey by a guy named Rick Ercolano. He's here. So when I recruit somebody in New Jersey, I send them to Rick Ercolano's training. Okay, so also I show them where they can bring their people. I don't have to do the demonstration. There are so many demonstrations happening. So I tell my people, you can go there, bring your people, and it just builds. The group just builds.
Okay, here's a good one. I'm sure all of you can answer this. What's the biggest mistake new distributors make, and what's your advice? JV, you've been in this thing a long time. What's the biggest mistake you see people do?
Well, what I saw is lack of follow-up. Usually when distributors, we have a prospect, they only call him once. And if they refuse, they never follow up. That's the most important thing. Most mistake that I've seen on new distributors.
Eli, what's the biggest mistake you've seen a new distributor make, and how do they avoid it?
Consistent effort over time produces results. Consistent effort over time produces results. They give up really fast. They're not focused. They hop around from deal to deal. They don't take it seriously like a real business. You got to pretend in your mind like you just spent $1 million of your family's money, and that your family's going to have something really bad happen to them if you don't succeed. That your family is number one, that you want to take care of them, you want to protect them. And so you pick this and you stick with it. You stick with it. I don't care if nobody shows up. And when you start a meeting and you do it once a week, you never stop. I don't care if nobody shows up. You're there waiting for them the next week again and again. You start a call, you do it every single week. I don't care if only one person is listening. Consistent effort over time produces results. You got to be persistent, you guys. Nothing that you've achieved in your life, I don't care what you do in your life right now, you guys worked hard at it. You got to do the same thing here. You got to treat it like a real profession, not like a hobby.
Okay. JV, did you want to add something to that?
Well, I want to add something that just to let you know, it took me 2.5 months to get Romy aboard, right, Romy? 2 months, 3 months. That how long I took. So I keep following up. So I think that's the most important, guys.
It took you 2.5 months to get Romy, right?
Yes.
Romy, how many sales do you have in your organization? To that up to date? Guess. How much a month? How many units a month does your organization move?
When the company did 11,000 units,
yes,
I think a month ago or 2 ago, probably 80% of that is in my group.
So that's about 8,000.
Yes.
Would you would you keep going after somebody for 2.5 months for 8,000 sales in 1 month? Daniel. Wouldn't you wait 2.5 lifetimes? Okay.
Can I say 2 things on this real quick?
Go ahead.
All right, one of the things definitely, ladies and gentlemen, is fear. Get your fear out of your way. People are waiting for you to talk to them. Pick up your phone. I know it may look like it weighs a ton, but after you pick it up a few times and start sharing this with your friends, so get your fear out of your way. Don't overanalyze this. It is simple. You don't need to know all the facts, the data, and know every single thing about the water, the compensation plan. I have an issue, Jerry Kostica. I got a comp plan question, I'm going to call Romy. I have some prospecting issues or concerns, I'm going to call Eli. That's what you do. Just get out there and do it. Take massive action immediately.
Okay. Next question. Can I ask Akio, let's start with Keiko. When you're prospecting, what are the signs of a potentially good distributor? How does she know it's going to be a good distributor?
成功ってやっぱり情熱なくしてないです。心なくしてない。この2つがある人とマイグループに感謝。
So I feel it's someone who has a heart and who has great passion are the signs of a good potential distributor.
Heart and great passion. Wow. Mr. Akitoshi Nakamura, how do you recognize a potentially good distributor? What are the signs?
当たってみないと実際わからないですね、やっぱりね。
So he's just said, look, you don't know until you try. There's no one sign that's going to say this person is a great potential. You've just got to try with them.
Okay. What are the signs of a bad distributor? In other words, what are the signs of I'm wasting my time?
悪いディストリビューターは会った瞬間わかります。
So the second I meet someone who would be a potentially bad distributor, I know straight away.
この人は合わないなという感じがします。
So I can tell that they're just not a right fit, not the right sort of person.
You can tell,
Yeah.
right? It doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask Cynthia, what are the signs of I'm wasting my time?
If a person that I talk is, like very negative, I stop. And then I just say, okay, we're just, friend. And I just stop. And then say, okay. I just say it like that. Because, they're so negative.
Negative.
Yeah.
People that are negative.
Negative, yeah.
I'm with you. I'm going to ask you a follow-up question because I know you've hit top people in the business. How do you find top builders in the business?
Oh, that's nice. Okay, people out there in different company right now, they keep on calling. I entertain them, and then I told them, okay, come to my house, bring me all, everything you can to convince me, and let's compare apple to apple. And then I just sign up, people from Sunrider, instead of explaining their business to me, instead they sign up in Enagic. So and also how to get you will know that person is a builder, because when they talk to you, you can feel that they have this, they have people like this, and first thing I ask is, what's your position? And then I compare my position. If they're like a 6A position, I go down to a 6A and compare your let's compare how much to how much. And if you beat me, I'll join with you. That's the deal. That's how I get the builders.
Eli, you just had a couple of people here.
Sorry?
What's the company? You introduced me to a couple of gentlemen here. Just give me their name.
Guys from
what
Vima,
company?
Vima, Wake Up Now.
Okay, from another company, right?
Yeah.
How did you recruit them?
I didn't recruit them. I basically inspired my children to have an exit strategy for retirement at a young age, and it just trickled down. My son brought my daughter brought her boyfriend brought his friend, that friend brought another friend, and then about 5, 6, 7 levels down are being attracted a young demographic of marketers that have had huge success in other companies, whatever the name of those companies are, and unfortunately you'll see somebody go from 40, 50,000 a month down to 5,000 a month. What happened? Companies aren't stable. They're having problems. So younger demographics are now looking at us and saying, what is with all these baby boomers making all this money? I don't think they're all that good. They don't understand social media. They don't understand a lot of the different things we are. But what we do like about them, they seem to be honest, family-orientated, cause-driven, and a founder that's leading the ship of this company that really is all about everybody winning and making a difference on the planet. So the younger people are more cause-driven than money-driven. So that's how they're being attracted right now, is talking about making a difference. Exactly what Indika just talked about. Making your dreams come true.
A distributor has a prospect across the country. They want to know 2 things, and I get this all the time. How do I give water to someone on the other side of the world? Okay? And how do you show them the business? Romy?
Facebook.
That it?
Yes,
Facebook, huh?
Facebook.
Did you hear that? Are you on Facebook? There it is. What do you do?
Okay, I try to join different Facebook groups. So depending on where they're looking to get water or where the prospect wants to attend, there's always somebody in that area. Okay, now, I also have, we have so many tools on the internet, like even on YouTube, that you can send the link to your prospect across town. They can watch it. They can watch the demonstration, the kangendemo.com. So you can do everything online. And my son is very good at it. Young people knows how to do it.
Okay. How do you close a sale? What do you say to get somebody to get interested and to purchase a machine? Can we get Mr. Katsuya? Is it Katsuya? How does he sell a machine?
最後が詰めですので、一緒に成功するまで頑張りましょうと言って進めます。
So what I do is I talk to them and say, look, let's get busy and successful together, and that convinces them.
So he shows them a goal, and that's how they get a machine.
Yes.
JV, how do you sell a machine? Real quick. How do you close a sale?
Well, I always ask them one question after a demo, and I tell them, is there any other question? No. And then I pull out my purchase order. Here it is.
There's the key answer. Did you hear the key answer? After a demo. You got it? After a demo. Jelena, how do you close a sale? Real quick.
Wow, exactly what JV said. Sign right here. But you know, it's asking the questions, finding out what they want, and knowing exactly what your customer wants, listening to them, and then just say, great, you have 30 days.
You just ask, right?
That's it. You just ask for the sale, and you talk to them, and you expose, and you do storytelling, and stories are huge, ladies and gentlemen. You hear us talk about it all the time, and then you do third-party, three-way, the validation, because I don't really sell anything. The product does itself, and all of you do it for each and every one of us. And just make sure you have your applications there so you can always tell someone, sign right here.
By the way, that's what I've heard in almost 8 years. You will not believe how many distributors that come up to me and say, do you have an application?
Yeah.
Do you have an application? Do you have an application? I don't get that. What if a plumber came to your house and said, do you have some pliers? You got to have apps on. You got to be ready, right? You're ready to fly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got to be loaded.
How do you respond to this? Is this a pyramid scheme or another multi-level scam? Bobby, how do you respond to that?
First, I ask them, what's your definition of a pyramid scheme? So I want to know what they think a pyramid scheme is, or pyramid, period. Sometimes as a joke, I'll pull out a dollar bill and I say, you mean like this pyramid that's on the dollar bill here that our government produces? Or, and then I just find out what their answer is, and I say, well, everything's really a pyramid if you think about it. It's whether it's a legal pyramid or an illegal pyramid, so you don't have to worry about that here because we definitely have the legal one because we sell and market a product and we're in business for 41 years and so on.
So that's a good one. So if somebody asks you, and we get it, right? Is this one of those MLM pyramid scams? Okay. So ask a question back. So again, you ask them, what's your definition of a pyramid scam? Because there are good pyramids and bad pyramids. So, always answer a question with a question, by the way. Try to write that down. Always answer a question with a question. I had a friend who said, why do you always answer a question with a question? And I said, why not? What is the best and most productive tool that you have used in your business? Cynthia, what's the most productive tool?
DVD.
DVDs?
Yeah, DVDs, and then.
Is that mic on? Yeah.
Yeah, and three-way calls. You have to edify your prospect to your upline, and then don't talk too much. Okay, don't burn the action. So that's it. DVD and
DVD.
And
connect them with your sponsor.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the most productive tool you've used, JV?
My most productive tool is my story. I tell them my story, and that's how they get, to get really interested on the device itself.
Your story.
Yeah, my story.
Romy, what's the most productive tool you have in Enagic?
On my second year in business, I created the Romy Story DVD, and that's my presentation. And I remember distributing over 40,000 of that DVD. By the end of the second year, my group was selling over 1,000 machines a month. DVD.
Yep.
Now
Just
we
so
have-
you,
we
just
have
so
so
you
many
guys
DVDs
know,
we
we
can
buy
use
If I'm out of DVDs, I'm in trouble. So I don't buy them just like you. I don't buy them by 1, 2, or 3. Okay. And just so everybody here knows, I've never made a nickel on any DVDs, including mine. I didn't make 1 penny on it. But as a matter of fact, I had to buy my own DVDs.
I was going to say, I could attest to that because I found you in the trunk of your car with you know what.
Oh yeah, Bobby one time saw he was in my trunk. I don't know if I should say this.
I don't know either.
Okay, better not
It's
say
okay,
it.
Stan. He's not hearing.
Well, you know, we took a DVD, you know, like in the beginning, you know, you take a copy of something and you go, woo, woo, right? You have to read the sign languages here, okay? So I took my own DVD and woo, 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 woo. And Bobby goes, "You're bootlegging your own DVD?" And I said, "Yeah, it's cheaper." That's a true story, right? That's a true story. I had to pay for my DVDs. I just
couldn't
wanted
believe
them
it.
to produce the best, okay? What's your best tool? Just real quick, Jelena, what's your guy's best tool? Real quick, Jelena, not Eli.
Kangen Water.
Kangen Water. Woo! You get that? That's your best tool is the water. Because the water gets everywhere. The water doesn't have any...
Wait, I have a second tool.
Second, what?
Ukon.
Ukon. I did that with Lou Petrossi. He bought it just like that. Okay, the Ukon. All right. JV, this has got to be quick. What can you tell people about your lifestyle with Enagic?
Wow.
30 seconds. We got to go fast. Right now.
Well, from being poor, from my house to being foreclosed, from my car that is junk, and I don't have money to pay my bills, even my water bills, it's different right now. I could go to any place and restaurant where I don't even have to look at the price to treat my family.
Keiko, what's her lifestyle like with Enagic?
まず自分がチェンジして変わることですね。それを見せる。で、私一番ね、これすごいなと思ったのは全部説明し終わった後にフェイストゥフェイスですごいでしょすごいでしょすごいでしょと相手もってサイン。
Wait a minute, before you translate that.
Yeah.
No, okay.
Yes. Yeah, so she's just talking about closing and convincing people and, getting them to agree with her and they agreeing with her.
Okay. How is her lifestyle like with Enagic? How is her life like? What can she say?
いや、最初の1週間でたくさんマニーいただきましたね。
I
1
heard
ヶ
money.
月でマニーいただきましたね。
Yeah, so
マネ
the
いただ
first
きました。
week, all of a sudden, get lots of money's coming in.
当然生活変わりますね。
And all of a sudden, my lifestyle changed.
そのうち毎日のようにお金入りますね。またチェンジしますね。
And so, after that, every week money's coming in, and again, my lifestyles change.
それとマシンを持ってることがもう楽しくて楽しくて楽しいことを伝える。
So with money coming in and with my water machine at home, everything is happy and exciting and everything's great.
Okay. Cynthia. What's your lifestyle, in 30 seconds, what's your lifestyle like with Enagic?
Well, I can sleep, with my eyes wants to close, to close, and then I woke up with my eyes, oh my God, I'm confused. It's an awesome lifestyle. I can go anywhere in the world, with Enagic, and then I I can do anything I want, like no booking or whatever. If someone will say, I can go to your place, when, where? I don't have any, oh my God, that's so expensive. Money is not an object anymore. It's like, I can do it. That's the lifestyle that I have right now. I can buy everything I want. I help a lot of people. I build tons of houses. Besides from Romeo is building churches, but I'm not telling everybody. That's why I'm so blessed because of my faith.
Okay. Just a real quick final words of advice. JV, what's your words of wisdom to everybody? Not a training class. What's your words of wisdom?
The word of wisdom. Usually what we're seeing most of the time is obstacles. When we get off our sight from our goal, it becomes an obstacle. So focus on your goal, and you'll reach there where you want to.
Okay? What's her words of, what is her advice, real quick, to the distributors?
まず自分が本当にテンション上げてください。こんな素晴らしいものはないと上げてください。じゃないと伝わらないですね。これが一番大事じゃないかなと思います。テンションがないときは人と会わない。自分がテンション上げて会うということじゃないでしょうかね。
So first you need to be excited. You need to be excited about the product and about the business opportunity. If you don't have that, you're not going to get anywhere.
Okay. Mr. I'm pronouncing his name wrong. That's why I have it here. Mr. Katsuyama, what's your words of advice to the people?
エナジックを始めて18年ですが、その基本理念は大城会長の基本理念なんでございます。少しでも大城会長の人間性をもっともっと私も高めていきたいと思っております。これは目に見えない世界、精神文化でございますが、エナジックの根底には大城イズムの精神が貫き通されておりますので、どうぞそれを学んでいただければ幸いでございます。以上です。
So my advice to you is to follow Mr. Oshiro's philosophy, and that'll lead you on a good path.
Okay. Follow Mr. Oshiro's philosophy. Mr. Nakamura, what's your words of advice? Quickly.
私が14年前にスタートした時に、先輩から教えられたことでいろいろ教えられましたけれども、3つほどこれは良かったなということをお話をさせていただきます。
So when I started many years ago, my sponsor, my upline, gave me 3 pieces of advice which I'd like to share with you.
まず一つは、
The first one?
最初いろいろ断られることがあるので、それに落ち込んでたらダメだと。断られる人がいっぱいいるけれども必ずやる人が出てくると、こういうことで、まず一番目に教えられたことで大事だなというふうに思っています。
So the first one is to think positive and don't give up. You'll have many people decline or not be interested. Don't give up and keep going.
断られても断られてもどんどん先に行きなさいということですね。
So the more people say no thank you, just keep going, keep moving forward.
2つ目はですね、我々はこの割と自由なので、あっちを見たりこっちを見たりして、いろんなものが目についてよそに行っちゃう人が多いと。
So the second one is, as you all know, we're not tied down to a desk job. We have quite a lot of freedom. A lot of people tend to get distracted. Don't get distracted and keep focused.
1年ごとに、10年経った人が1年ごとにいろんな仕事をやっていって10年経つとやはり1年選手だと。一つのことを10年やるとあなたは立派な10年選手プロになりますよ。これもとってもいいことを教えられたなと思っています。
So you just need to plan 1 year at a time, and eventually it'll be 10 years have passed, and you'll be moving forward every year.
10年経って同じ1年選手よりも 立派な10年選手になろうということですね。
And if you do that, your new people looking at you, you've been working at the business for 10 years, the people who have been in it for 1 year will look at you as a goal to achieve.
そして3つ目、これとても大事だと思いますけれども、仲間は絶対に見捨ててはいけないということを教えられました。仮にその仲間が、あなたを見捨てることがあっても、あなたは絶対に見捨ててはいけない。これもとても大事なことだなと思っています。
So my last piece of advice I think is quite important is never give up on your downline or your group. Even if they give up on you, never give up on them. It's very important.
いろんなことを学びましたけれども、この3つはとっても大事なことだなと今もって思って、一生懸命努力しております。
Yeah, so that all those three pieces is my advice, but I think the last one I think is the most important.
Okay, let's go with Eli, 30 seconds or less. What's your words of advice? 28? 25?
He has a lot.
24?
Well, if someone was to come up to you and say to you, are you truly fulfilled with your life, what would you say? I ask myself that every day. When you start working on you more than anything else in your life, and you know what you want, you know what your purpose is, and you start thinking about what's in it for the other person rather than what's in it for you, and it really is about making a difference in someone else's life, and knowing in your heart that if you can make the difference in just one person's life, then you can begin to change the world. That's what Enagic teaches. Social well-being, social entrepreneurship, social transformation. And this company, our products, our founder is all founded on this idea of changing the world. So it's got to be about paying it forward, and can't just be about lining your own pockets. More money will come at you. You'll have more time freedom, more lifestyle balance than you ever had if you really are about the other guy winning, which means stick with them, follow up, find out what they need. Exactly like Andika said today, go down, far down, and just find out who needs help. I'll give you an example. Mr. Daniel DiMcCulley, actually, myself and Michael Maxwell did a demo for him 7 months prior to him talking to his good buddy Bob Gridelli. Thank God Bob Gridelli followed up on him. You see, you have to follow up on people. You have to care about people because they will come around. It just wasn't Daniel's time 7 months earlier. And now look at the top. Look where he is at the top of the heap.
Okay, let's do this quickly. We're a little bit over time. 30 seconds, please. What's your words of advice?
Each and every one of you are a gift. Please go out in the world and share your gifts. Never, ever give up on your dreams, and always serve others to show them how their dreams can come true. Always. God bless you all.
Romy, what's your words of advice?
Okay, we all come to this event and we get very, very excited. Okay, my advice is you have to keep that excitement after you go home day after day after day. I've been in Enagic 10 years now, and I'm just as excited every single day as I am excited right now. I found a way to keep myself excited all the time.
Okay. Wow, that's a good one. Keep yourself excited all the time. Got me goosebumps. She went to you. Bobby, what's your words of advice to the people?
Just what Andy was talking about. Know your why. Dream big, and if your why is big enough, you will never, ever, ever quit, and you too can have your dreams come true.
Okay. Cynthia, final person. What are your words of wisdom to everybody?
Focus. Just have faith on yourself. Dream big. And don't give up. And think that you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And be consistent. Don't give up.
Okay.
And
let's give them a round of applause,
wait,
please.
Wait. It's not fair. This is not fair. You're supposed to be here in this panel.
It's okay. It's
Okay.
about them.
I'm gonna ask you a question. We should be a warrior, right? A warrior. We should be a warrior. Now I'm gonna ask you a question. How do you feel, Mr. Oshiro and his Enagic opportunity?
How do I feel
Yeah,
about
how
it?
do you feel about it?
You must have seen my next slide. I think I can speak for this panel. You want to see how I feel about Enagic and Mr. Oshiro? You better have guts to do that. That's how I feel. I believe that all of this panel, all of the people sitting on the gold, silver, all the 6 A's, I believe that they are with me on this one. And I know Andika, is with me on this one. Because his presentation, I think, will come down to what I'm about to tell you. After today and after this weekend, I want you to remember something. It is not the end. This is only the beginning for you. Success training is a continuous process. You know, it's such an exciting vocation. And when we stop learning, we do start to die. This next decade, it's going to be a diamond decade for everyone here in the room who's ready for success and who don't mind making the sacrifices that have to be made in order to achieve higher goals. We're living in a world today where a man's dream and a woman's dream, they're becoming reality almost as fast as your mind can conceive them. You today are a direct result of those dreams you put feeling and desire into yesterday. In other words, your financial position today, you know, how much money you have in your pocket, in the bank, what your house is, what your car is, you are where you are today because of what you put in yesterday. And to get to a bigger tomorrow, you need to put it in now. To get to a great Christmas, you need to put it now. And to get to the big goals, I want to let you know something. You're going to have to dream. And that's what this whole thing is about. You're going to have to dream not only big, but like he said, strong. Dream as big as the sky. There's magic in dreams. You know, there's no magic in small dreams. I want you to take a note on one thing. Any dream, thought, or idea that you have, it was given to you by a greater power who knew before he gave you this dream. He knew that you were capable of turning this dream into reality. So for his sake, for your sake, for your family's sake, and your future, quit limiting yourself. Demand the best that this program has to offer. It's all yours. It's waiting for you. All you have to do is dream big. Then you need to put some legs on those dreams. Strengthen those legs with knowledge. Apply that knowledge with wisdom. Season that formula with patience, and then wrap it up with determination and a deep belief that you are going to succeed in this program no matter what. If you do that simple formula and apply it to this great program, success will be in your hands. Some of you a year, some of you 5 years, some of you 6 years. It doesn't matter. Success will be in your hands. And when you get there, I'm going to tell you something. The view is absolutely spectacular. Just ask any of these people. Because when you get there in Enagic, when you get to the very, very top, you'll find that what we do is we help people. We help people in the wellness area. We help people in their dreams. We help people change their lives. Another thing we do is we work everywhere Enagic is open. We have no walls. We can open up a business on the other side of the world just by having somebody there that is willing to join. There are absolutely no walls in this business. And you have only one boss. You don't have a bunch of supervisors. You don't have a bunch of management. You have one boss. So in the end, in Enagic, when you make it, you'll find that you've made mankind your business, the world your office, and your God your boss. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the convention. Shake hands with the people, and we all love you. Thank you.
Yeah.